What's going on, guys? Moviegoer848 here. Happy New Year, guys. I can't believe we've made it at the end of the year. This year went by so fast. I'm gonna miss it and miss all the great moments in this year. And I want to share with you guys my favorite films of 2014. Now, an honorable mention is Oculus. I know a lot of people don't like this horror movie, but this really stuck out to me. Very creepy. What I like about it so much is the lack of jump scares and how more scary it is when it comes to the parents going insane. Like, no jump scares. It's not like the Amityville Horror remake. It's more focused, and like it jumps from time to time, like with the kids. Then when they're adults, it's really crazy and really scary. Really got to me, especially the end. And another honorable mention is A Walk Among the Tombstones. Yes, very cliched mystery cop thriller, but Liam Neeson is always badass, and Dan Stevens from Night at the Museum 3, Downton Abbey, and what else is it? And The Guest, which I'll get to soon. He was like so terrific in that. Like he's showed a lot of talent. Now let's get to the top 20. Number 20, The Raid 2. Badass martial arts action flick. Trying to be epic like The Godfather. Yes, the plot can be convoluted, but the action is there, the martial arts is there, it delivers what Raid fans want, even more. And when you see Baseball Boy and Hammer Girl, you know what you're expecting in this. Really crazy, over the top martial arts action, and it was at least taking those leaps, like The Godfather and The Departed. Even though like it wasn't entirely successful, but it tried and was mostly successful. Had still a very good storyline in like the crime family. Now, number 19, Blue Ruin. Very underrated revenge thriller. Came out this year. Very low budget. It's about a guy whose parents have been killed. The killer's been released, and he sets out on a quest for vengeance. But things get crazy from there. Now, number 18 is Interstellar, the one I got to see in IMAX. Matthew McConaughey is always strong, is always compelling in that movie, and Christopher Nolan, always a master at visuals, storytelling, even though it got pretty confusing and some emotions felt forced, but it was still a knockout of the park and worth seeing again and again. Number 17, Under the Skin. Scarlett Johansson as an alien. Great scenes that she's in. Oh wow! Like, not just the nude, not just the glorious scenes, but she's really haunting and really strong as this mysterious creature who lures men in Scotland to a literally dark place, and there's a lot of weird and unsettling images. Number 16, Enemy, from the director of Prisoners and star of Prisoners, Jake Gyllenhaal. Just a weird movie. There's a lot of spiders involved, but those spiders have a strong meaning to the film's message. You'll have to see the film a lot of times to really understand what the whole movie's about. I ain't spoiling anything, just check it out. Number 15, Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise, Emily Blunt, from the director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, The Bourne Identity, and Swingers. Very surprised at very good action, very cool visuals, these crazy alien robot thingies, and how funny it is. It's basically a sci-fi action version of Groundhog Day. But that's what's so great about it. Number 14, Whiplash. Great movie, incredible drumming scenes. J.K. Simmons is like Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket, just eating this kid up, played by Miles Teller, and it's really remarkable. And J.K. Simmons should be getting a Best Supporting Actor nomination. Number 13, Boyhood. Richard Linklater did this 12-year epic. It's very groundbreaking because no other film has taken like 12 years to film. Like all the actors were, were used like the same, same actors, and especially like how this boy grows from 6 to 18, I think. It's like really touching and very personal. Great stuff. Number 12, the Lego Movie. Very surprised how funny it is. I laughed every minute. Great animation, great stop motion animation, and so touching at the end. Number 11, Guardians of the Galaxy. Great superhero movie, amazing visuals, solid humor, entertaining action, and oh my god, awesome soundtrack. Especially, I'm a huge fan of the 70s, and thank you so much, guys, for all the likes on my very first review, which was for Guardians, and it still holds up to my heart. It's got a lot of heart, and like when it got deeper into Star-Lord, that's where it got personal for me. And like I said, I was tearing up because it reminds me of something else in my life, which you'll see when you check back in my review. Number 10, X-Men: Days of Future Past. Brings the X-Men franchise back into glory. I cannot wait for X-Men Apocalypse. I love that it takes place in the 70s. I get excited whenever stuff takes place in the 70s. I had to get some Digipack edition at Best Buy. Those Sentinels are not to be messed with. It destroys Last Stand or Origins Wolverine, and brings back what made X-Men and X2 really good in the first place. Number 9, Snowpiercer. Really action-packed and really dramatic film from South Korean director Bong Joon-ho, who did a monster film called The Host and a psychological thriller called Mother. South Korea, this is his first English language film, and Chris Evans at his best. I loved all the political undertones, and I so totally saw that this wouldn't get made by a major studio because there's so much politics involved and a lot of social commentary, and I was happy to see that this is the director's cut, no studio cut. It's brutal, it's honest, and again, there's a lot of politics going on. A lot of social commentary, more to be exact. Now, number 8, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson's masterpiece. I'm glad I got to see this today before the end of the new year. Great performances, really funny. I was cracking up so much, and a lot of shocking moments. And I love the production design. This is the best looking production design I've seen in a long time. Number 7, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Best superhero movie of the year for me. So action packed, and it went where no other Marvel movie has gone before. A lot of government conspiracies and so much kind of like Snowpiercer, a lot of politics and fear of government, and that was so great about it. Number 6, The Guest. Really surprised by this kind of 80s horror movie. I was surprised because I've seen the trailer. It looked like it was gonna be like an action thriller, but then I thought that's how I was gonna see the movie. But then I saw the real thing, and really surprised me. Especially there were moments where my mouth just dropped. Now, number 5, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is another one where Jake Gyllenhaal gave the performance of the year. He plays this scrawny, creepy-looking person who will do anything for a job, and he takes this job as recording footage for the news, since he saw someone recording horrible accidents for the news, and he gets so good at that to the point where he's even doing crazy things himself and getting those things on film and on the news without anyone else knowing that he was kind of behind all that craziness, and especially there's a mirror scene where blew me away and really creeped me out. Number 4, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I had to get the Best Buy exclusive metal pack. So emotionally invested in this. This is what Empire Strikes Back was to Star Wars, and what The Dark Knight was to Batman Begins. Superior in every way. Andy Serkis is Oscar worthy. He only does performance capture, but he really acts in that suit, performance capture suit. Really it's he breaks down the wall. Number 3, Gone Girl. The David Fincher film I was really hyped up about. It's about this guy, his wife disappears, he starts acting suspicious, the media suspects him, and everything else just goes crazy from there. Number 2, a very little known Australian horror film called The Babadook. I was saying to myself last year that, The Conjuring is The Exorcist of this generation. I take that back. The Babadook is The Exorcist of this generation. It's about a mother going through a lot of depression and dealing with her very troubled son, who's 7 years old. Does some violent things, and she reads him a bedtime story called Mr. Babadook, and says something if you let him in, he'll never leave. And things get really disturbing and unsettling from there, and it really unsettled me to the core of my well-being. It was as frightening and as eerie as The Exorcist. I could tell Shaking Bed is a nod to The Exorcist. Even the director was so frightened by it. Now, number 1, the best movie of 2014, Birdman. Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu, I think I said it right. He directed this masterpiece. It looked like it was one long take, the whole movie. Michael Keaton, he deserves the Oscar. He's so good at playing this washed up actor. It's kind of like an autobiography, real life, he's kind of washed up, and he's trying to make a name for himself again by writing, starring, directing in this stage play. Everything else gets really weird and crazy from there. But it's a great example of filmmaking and inspires me a lot. Well, guys, those are my favorite films of 2014. I can't wait to review films for you guys in this new year. And I know, I've been saying, I've been very busy with college and under a lot of stress, but no matter how stressed I am and no matter how busy I am during this new year, I will always deliver a lot of videos and a lot of reviews to you guys, because you guys have supported me over the years. I love you all. You are my friends, and I will never lose a connection with all of you. Your support means so much to my heart, and I wish you guys a happy new year, and I can't wait for all the great things to come in the future. God bless. Happy New Year, moviegoers. Feliz Año Nuevo. I'll see you next time.